Welcome into Stream Sports Midwest and the first ever broadcast of Central States hockey. My name's Aaron Schellen. My partner in crime today is Mike Napolitano. And yeah, welcome into the first ever Central States Game of the Week here on Stream Sports Midwest. We are at the Oakton Ice Arena in Park Ridge, and we've got a Peewee matchup for you here today as the Express Peewee Minor takes on the Northwest Chargers. And we got a couple minutes before puck drop here, so we'll tell you a little bit about ourselves, I guess, as we get ready for our first game of the week. My name's Aaron Schellen, as I mentioned, and by day I'm a freelance sports broadcaster, spend my summers doing baseball for the Chicago Dogs in Rosemont, and spend the rest of my fall and winter doing as much hockey as I possibly can. Mike, you work at a radio station out in the southwest suburbs.
Yeah, you may have heard of me on AM 1410 WRMN. We're on Saturday mornings, but we also cover a lot of sports throughout the area, whether that is everything from White Sox to Savannah Bananas to independent baseball as well. So, Aaron, you and I get to cross paths quite a bit even during the summer.
We do, during the summer and during the winter. The third member of our team and my co-partner here with Stream Sports Midwest is Eric Willowite. Eric is the sports information director over at Illinois Tech, down across from Guaranteed Rates, and he'll be with me, I think, next week as we have our first double header. We have games on Saturday and Sunday of next week, and that'll be, I think, myself and Eric for those two games. And a couple other members of our team as well, Joe Williamson, Ethan Wiles, that you'll probably meet over the course of the season as well. But today it's Mike and Aaron bringing you game one here from the Oakton Ice Arena, and we've got a pretty packed house.
Yeah.
Full stands to our left and right.
This is a fairly newer facility, new for us in our broadcasting cohort, and we're very excited to be here. You were mentioning before we started, Aaron, only a couple banners in the rafters with how new it is, and I can imagine they're going to be looking to add very quickly as we start up this season here in 2025-26.
Yeah, one of the things that Eric and I were talking about is you get these new rinks that have the scoreboards that don't have any bulbs burned out, so you know exactly how much time is left, exactly what the score is, who the penalty is on, all that stuff. It's fantastic. And we are about ready to go.
The music.
I'm assuming she was checking with us on the sound of the audio.
Yeah, that was just the horn that was loud, and that's exactly what we want to hear loud. But the music,
goal
not so
horns
much.
are fine. I don't mind loud goal horns. It's when we get Welcome to the Jungle or something like that.
Hey, I love that song.
So do I. But
when
when you're trying to stream on YouTube, sometimes YouTube doesn't like that. So. All right, we are about ready to go. Chargers have a couple of goalies, so I'm waiting for the goalie down to our left to turn around so I can see who it is. But to our right, looks like it'll be Josh Kim, number 14 in net. Express in those red jerseys, while the Northwest Chargers dark blue and yellow. And we are underway. Puck behind the nets, out in front.
We didn't have any time on the clock there, but it is going to be 14-minute periods here in the Peewee level.
This is Ryan Lazaro behind the net. Finds Kratos. Back to the far half wall. Kratos in the slot, backhanded in on goal. Nice right pad save. Still waiting for that goalie to turn around so I can get his number, but that was a pretty save to get us started here, Mike.
Kind of a miss slash there at the blue line, and it looks like the Express are going to go the other way. But good defense there from the Chargers to stick checking the slot.
This is Easton George gets pinned up against the boards, but he goes in offside. So we'll have a whistle. 13. Clock's running. Clock's running. Clock is running. Clock shouldn't be running.
I think they let it run a little bit, Aaron, just because they didn't have it ready to go right at the start. So I think we're about where we should be, but that's that, I don't know, what do you want to call it?
It's game one.
Football running clock a little bit.
So in goal for the Chargers, Anthony Kapansky, number 30. This is Nick Vittori. He loses it. Now Dewey.
Nice
Samuel
pull-up
Dewey. Lets his teammates clear and then dumps it in. Alexander Buds in the corner. Walking out from the wall. Chip behind the nets. A couple players go down behind the net. Now Preston Wynn. It's double, triple teamed. Puck's taken away by the Express. This This is Jackson Torres with some speed. Torres near circle, cuts in. Torres walks in, tries to go short side, missed the net, but pretty individual effort by Torres.
It was a nice toe drag to cut to the middle and evade the defender, and just had himself a time in front of the net, just couldn't put it in.
Adamski finds Tokar. We're just going to call him Tokar. That's what we were told to call him, and we'll have our first icing here. It's Colin Tokarczewski, I'm assuming, but we're going to call him Tokar because that's what we were told to do.
We've got some nice nicknames going on.
We do. You get the hockey nicknames.
Yeah,
It's early in the season. You got to get those nicknames locked in early, right?
Absolutely. We have what are some of these other ones we've got on
Dobro?
here? Dobro, yes.
Alex Dobraselevich, I'm assuming, but we're just going to go Dobro because that's easier. Battle along the far half boards. 5 skaters. It's dug out by the Express. Pushed around to the near side. A couple minutes gone by here in the first period. Walking out in between the dots is Kulesha. Has it knocked off his stick and out to center ice. Chargers take it right back. Kalber with it. Mateo Kalber up the far wall. Just plays it into space. Chargers will get another opportunity here. Getting hounded with the puck is Latocha. Worked out to center ice where Aiden Moyer plays it for the Express. Trying to skate through traffic was Lazaro and he couldn't. Here's Kulesha again. Kulesha stops, gets tripped down. No whistle. Thought we might see one there, Mike. That stick got in those skates, but no whistle. Another collision along the near wall. Chargers able to work it up to center ice and out.
A couple of sticks getting tied up on either side there. Could have been a call, I think, either way at that blue line, Aaron, but we play on.
Yeah, you always say, right, intentional or not, you're in control of your stick, right? And whether you intend to trip somebody or not, if you trip them, it's a trip.
Exactly.
But one went each way, so I think we're good. No calls on each side. Back of the point, this is Vigos with the shot. The one time, the pass over to Kramer. He wasn't able to get all of it, but got enough on the puck, and save was made by Kim. Now the other way. This is Kratos. Kratos walks in between the circles, shoots it over the net. I think it got deflected there. Smell of some pizza just went by, Mike. That was...
My Italian senses are tingling.
Yeah, sure they are, as the Chargers will ice it with 10.5 left to go.
Well, before we started
period.
floating like cartoon characters there with that smell of pizza going by, there was nice chances on both ends. You had a backdoor pass for the Chargers that just you couldn't quite get it in the wheelhouse to connect for a hard shot, and then almost a 2-on-1 the other way for this Express team. So chances being traded, and the defense is going to have to step on both sides.
Jackson Torres will take the draw for the Express. They don't have names on their jerseys, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to maneuver through it, but we power on. Up to the blue line and out, but right back in and now right back out. Right in front of us, right into your living room. Torres, near circle, cuts inside then out. Didn't get all on that shot, but the save was made by Kapansky.
That left-handed stick, he decided to go to the outside to get more power in that shot, but he did have a man in the middle, just couldn't feed it through the defense.
Yeah, he's been dangerous so far, number 18 in red. He had that other opportunity a couple of minutes ago as well. Here's Torres once again. He'll take it outside. 1-on-4, though, gets the shot on goal, and Kapansky will cover up for a whistle.
The Chargers have been doing a nice job of keeping him to the outside, but a pass off the pads or a pass back door to that teammate could spell danger. So this Chargers team is going to have to look for that when they've got Express moving down the wings.
I can see my head. You see my headphones and my hat down there in the bottom left-hand corner.
Bit, yeah.
I can't stand any further back, so you're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Always say I have a face for radio.
And, of course, the puck finds the corner on you over
It does, yeah. Express skate over to the far side with it. Boltunov has it. He'll shoot off the side of the net. Chargers try to dig it up and out. Bouncing puck. Race for it there. That's Sisla. Out to center ice. Played here by Latocha. We'll have to elude the aggressive forecheck of the Express. Digs it out to center. Puck bounces on the red line, backhanded in, but played by the Express, where they turn and fire it the other way, and I think we're going to have an icing the other direction. We will, as the Express ice it with 8:53 left to go in the first.
We've seen a little bit of back and forth in the neutral zone, but this Chargers defense has been comfortable with the puck in their own zone, moving the skates, moving the feet where they need to be, and getting the puck at least to center ice. Now it's if they can get it into the offensive zone, and they'll get that with the icing here.
No panic, right? You get the puck in your own zone. The worst thing you can do with it is panic. And they're going to have another opportunity here.
A little blown tire there. Look out. That could have been dangerous again for the Chargers, but they're able to move out of their own zone.
Chargers sweep it up to center ice. Here's Cicela with it. Stops the blue line drop pass there for Runas. Runas cuts in the shot. Nice save made by Kim as he directs it into the far corner. You like seeing that from a young goalie, right? Making that save and pushing the puck where you want it to go.
Yeah, and he's the smaller of the two goalies in this contest here, so you look to be a little bit more agile, get bigger, come out of your crease a little bit more, and demand your defensive zone.
Express will take possession at the far half wall. They aren't able to get it out, though. Now it comes to the top of the far dot. Now in the slot area, and Kim is forced to pounce on the puck as Eric Cicela was bearing down on him with 8 minutes left in the first.
Well, there's that commanding of your crease there. Kim out on the top to be big and not giving an opportunity for the Chargers to get a shot off there, really.
Face-off will come to his left. It's one clean, back to the point, the shot wide of the near post. That was Caleb Horn, or excuse me, that was 44. That was Mitch Klukas. Now behind the net, the Express. Up off the boards and through Klukas, and then will come all the way down where it'll be played by Buds. Samuel Dewey has it. Dewey up the win, has the puck taken away by Tokar. He loses it. Now the Chargers come out the other way. Buds gets pinned up against the boards by Jackson Torres. Continuing to fight right in front of us, 2 to a side. Express will send the third man in, but the Chargers have it. Klukas goes far side with it. Trying to skate forward is Casey Adamski. Adamski pitchforks it into the offensive zone, and he'll go for a change. That's my Jack Edwards. I love a good pitchfork.
As long as that's what you're pulling from Jack Edwards.
You know what? I love me some Jack Edwards.
You'll come to find that Aaron is a true Bostonian.
I am.
Diehard Bruins fan.
I am.
So
Born and raised in Boston. I am a true Bruins fan. So
if you're here in Chicago and you're a Blackhawks fan like myself, don't worry,
say it.
I got your back.
Don't say it.
I've got your back. I wasn't going to say anything. Okay. I was going to leave it to these last...
Don't say it. I will shut your microphone off. Got a race for the puck here.
Out.
The puck is won by the Chargers skating in. It looks like we're going to have a hooking penalty is Kuba Kalesha.
Yeah, there was a stick in the midsection there the whole way. It's kind of what you have to do. It's an okay spot to take a penalty in if you're going to, not allow the breakaway there. But, yeah, this looks like we're going to be getting a 2-minute penalty here.
And Kulesha turned on the Jets there, split a couple of red defenders, and hooking was required to keep him from breaking in all alone.
That'll be Aiden Moyer in the box for the Express. Good penalty to take, though, but now you got to kill off these next 2 minutes.
There's Kalber on the draw. He wins it cleanly back to the point. Nice spin move at the near point there by Latocha. Latocha in between the dots. Down low. Behind the net, out the other side. Back to the point. George fires the wrist shot high. I think that may have either got Kim off the glove or the mask, but it went over the net. George now not able to pull the trigger, had the puck in his skates, Eric. Couldn't push it to his stick quickly enough, but he had an open lane there on that second chance.
You talk about Latocha going back to that play at the blue line, being able to walk the blue line comfortably. That's that comfortability factor that we've seen from the Chargers here today, and doing it in the offensive zone creates time and space to not only keep the puck in the zone, but get some excellent chances right there. And yeah, that one goes off the mask of Kim and just stays out.
Here's Latocha with it, top of the near dot. He'll walk in, they give him the space, the shot through some traffic, the rebound, and the save is made off the stick of Caden Murray. Josh Kim, I thought that shot by Murray might go 5-hole, but Kim was able to keep that closed.
Well, that first one just found his path as he was extended, and there was a 5-hole open, but that rebound just found him in the 5-hole, and he was able to close quick enough.
Back to the point again, Latocha. That spin move right at the point. There it is again. Now he walks in, tries to cut across. Puck squirts off his stick. George with it now in the corner. He gets hemmed off by Farley. Farley comes out the near side. The Express have it. They turn and rifle it. Not out. Nice keep at the point there by Runas.
Yeah, Runas, nice to pinch on the glass right there.
Here's Ciesla. Ciesla walks in off the side of the net, behind the net now. George, far point. Looking for Ciesla. They don't connect. Latocha now near half wall. He'll take it deep. He'll come out of the corner. The shot. And the save is made by Kim.
A little bit of roughing after the whistle there, but...
Kerfuffle. Not quite a kerfuffle. That's my broadcast partner, Eric Willowhite's favorite hockey word, I think, the kerfuffle. But I have been, on this power play, Jacob Latocha, I have been incredibly impressed by him at that near point. He has created 3 or 4 opportunities for his team.
And it's not just those edges that I was talking about, Aaron. We saw him display the hands there to create space as well. Cut to the middle. That high hockey IQ is what was really keeping the Chargers in the offensive zone during this power play.
Knocked down is Svigos. Kept in, though, by Murray. He walks in on the backhand. Back around to the far point. Paul Svigos. He'll wind up and fire. It's directed away by Kim. Into the near corner. 22 seconds left on the power play. This power play has been entirely in the Express defensive zone, and it does finally come out right at the end. Two skaters go down. Walking in all alone is Connor Kratos. Kratos on a forehand. Backhand, the save made by Anthony Kopansky on the breakaway for Connor Kratos. Nicely done by Kopansky to keep this a 0-0 game. Home run pass. It finds Wynn. Preston Wynn walks in. Wynn gets quadruple teamed and has the puck taken away.
Well, he had Kim sliding left to right there, but there were too many red sweaters. They picked up that puck, and now they're going back the other way.
Quinn Anderson 1-on-4. Poke checked away. Wynn now. Out to center ice. Mateo Kalber walks into the offensive zone. Has got Ciesla with him. The shot in. That was Caleb Horn on his right side, 14. We're going to have a 2-on-0 breakaway. Walking in is Ryan Lazaro. Lazaro in, Lazaro shoots, the save, the puck trickles through. Anthony Kopansky and Ryan Lazaro puts the Express up 1-0 here in the first.
Well, it didn't go on that first breakaway, Aaron, after that blown tire at the blue line for the Express on the power play, so not a shorthanded goal, but that was enough to create momentum for the Express, as that was a very back-and-forth affair for the last minute there, and the Express get the better of it with a 2-on-0 and the puck in the back of the net.
Another Jack Edwards-ism, if you will. He always talks about that dangerous minute after a power play is up for that team that was on the power play, because you're thinking forward, when in reality you have to be thinking defense first. And as you said, that breakaway shorthanded really got things going. And Lazaro's shot, Kopansky made the save, but it just broke through the pads and ended up in the back of the net. Not even in the back of the net, just across the red line.
Just barely, yeah. And if you're the opponent, you kill that power play off, and you don't underestimate the momentum that is generated from that relief after that power play is over. You talked about it, Aaron. That entire power play up until the last 16 seconds, I'll go with, was in the offensive zone.
I see what you did there.
Until it squeaked over the blue line, and then next thing you know, the Express had all the momentum from there.
And they still do, right back in the attacking zone, although Samuel Dewey works it up to the half wall, gets another opportunity, spins out of trouble in that far corner. Gives it away, though. It's kept in by the Express. On it now is Mitch Klukas. Klukas goes D to D. Dewey. Back to Klukas. Klukas with some space. Tries to hit Caden Murray, but the pass is wide of him, and it'll be an icing with 3 minutes and 1 second left to go in period one. It's been a fun first period, Mike.
Yeah, we haven't had too many whistles. Of course, we had that penalty and then a couple of icings, but it's been nonstop action on, honestly, both ends. There's been a fair amount of time in both offensive zones. Now it's leaning a little bit more towards this Express team, but back and forth affair for sure.
Yeah, lack of whistles is something I love when I'm calling hockey. Just give me that up and down. We're going to have an offsides whistled there. So right as we say it, you get 2 whistles in 6 seconds. That's fine. Face off right outside the Chargers zone. Puck is taken away by the Express, and it does come out to center ice. It says GotW with it, up off the glass. Easton George gives it away. GotW tries to skate in. He runs into Ciesla.
It was Danila Boltunov that had a crash into the boards, but stood up and the puck found him. Stays in the zone.
There's a shot from the point, is deflected down up to Ciesla. Ciesla one-on-one against Dobro. Ciesla has some teammates working down the near side now. The centering feed, Kim keeps that stick right on the ice, not able to get through. And Dobro backhands it up and into his net, into his bench, and hit one of his coaches.
Yeah, if you're the Chargers right now, you're playing in an away rink. You're looking to possibly just net one here towards the end of the period so that you're not into the intermission in a deficit. It's only a 1-goal deficit, but that momentum came late for the Express.
Nick Vittori will take the draw for the Chargers. It's won by the Express. Put behind the net. Casey Adamski up along the near boards and worked out by the Express. Latocha. Kid is impressive on his skates, number 10 in blue.
Still on it.
Yeah, works through the stick check, loses the puck though. This is Kratos. Kratos takes the shot, tries to go near post, but misses. And it'll come out to center ice. Good idea.
The only thing that really knocked Latocha off the puck there was the little bit of the physicality, but honestly, I think he would have avoided it if there was room to escape his own zone at the blue line.
Yeah, a lot of red jerseys couldn't skate through the traffic. That's kicked out to center ice by Lazaro. He's one-on-one with Latocha.
Look out.
Walks in. Latocha, nice poke check to take the puck away.
Stuck with the play and got that second-hand opportunity to knock that puck free before a breakaway.
He got beat on his skates, but was able, as you said, to keep that stick in the battle. Has the puck here, has it knocked away from him. Lazaro behind the net. Pushed back deep by Wojcik. Puck's in on the near post, now behind the net. Nobody knows where it is. It is behind the net as we're under a minute. This is Tokar with it. Puck just sitting by the far face-off dot. Walking in now, that's Jackson Torres.
Jackson Torres, the late man in there with speed, too.
Latocha whiffs on that one, but his D is back there to help him. Vittori behind the net, up the near wall, and out to center ice. Now a race for the puck here between Wojcik and Kulesha, and it'll be an icing with 20.5 seconds left.
Yeah, Wojcik did a great job of trying to get that foot race there, but it will still be an icing, and we will bring this play all the way back down into the Chargers' end.
So we'll be bringing you 2 Central State's Game of the Week matchups every weekend. I think next weekend we are in Darien and Joliet, I believe, are our 2 stops next weekend. A game Saturday, a game Sunday.
I did see Inwood on the schedule, so yeah.
And then the Darien, I think it's just called the Darien Sports Complex, right over there on 63rd.
Yeah.
Or 75th.
It's almost been a year exactly that you and I were there.
Yeah, we were there last year, as the first period horn sounds, and it ends with a 1-0 Express lead. Well, that was a fun first period, Mike, and we're going to step aside here for just a minute, and we'll be back with second period action. Second period about to get started. 1-0 Express with the lead. Ryan Lazaro with the game's only goal. Second period, 14 minutes. Period of the long change, right, Mike?
Yes, yeah, your benches are on the far side from you, so you got to be a little bit smarter about your changes and your substitutions here.
Chargers throw it up through center ice. Casey Adamski right back on the counterattack, finds Lazaro. Lazaro cuts across, gets his pocket picked. Now Kulesha tries to skate through Adamski, but Casey stands tall, takes the puck away. 2-on-1, turning the other way. Lazaro finds Anderson. His shot is wide and comes out the near side.
Still got a handle on it, but kind of evaded him on the initial touch and didn't get quite the best angle of shot on goal.
Ciesla tries to jump in. Voitas takes it away from him. And now behind the nets. A minute gone by in the second. Express out to center ice. Tokar with it. Across the blue line with speed down the near side. He drives the net off the left shoulder of Kapansky, who doesn't know where it is. Ciesla may be out of steam here. Pushes it forward and forces Kim to make the save. That was a hard shot down to our right here, and a nice save by Kapansky, even though he didn't know where the puck was.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion with multiple players on the ice, but of course, it's a little bit scarier when it's your goaltender not knowing where it is. Still made the save, though.
Draw to the right here of Josh Kim. That'll be Caden Murray on the draw. In the corner, 5 skaters. Sfigos shot the tip. Nice tip by Murray out in front, but it goes wide.
Yeah, that redirect needed just one more blue sweater at the back door.
Murray with a one-timer opportunity, but he mistimes it. It's tapped out to center ice. Here comes Boltunov. Boltunov gets shoved up against the boards by Paul Svigo, separates him from the puck. And the Northwest Chargers played out to the far point, but it's kept in for the moment. Now out to center ice and an offsides.
The Chargers have done a nice job of pinching off the Express on the outside, but Aaron, it's what we saw in that first period is the Express like to take those wings and then either work their way into the center or find that backdoor pass, and it's something the Chargers have done better at in this second period of shutting down. Now they got to get that offensive momentum going.
Puck comes right here in front of us. Runas walks in on the backhand, the high shot, and it's a blocker save by Kim.
Wow.
Somehow he was able to get his blocker on that shot. I thought that was up over his head and in the back of the net, but nope. The waffle board.
That's one of those that you feel like it was happening in slow motion in real time.
Yep. Murray with it behind the net. Tries the wraparound, gets cut off there by Voitas. Now up along the far half wall. And knocked out to center ice. Racing for the puck is Latocha. Latocha had Ian Kim on his tail. And now here comes Latocha with a ton of speed down the near side. Latocha walks in. The shot off the far post and out. Goalie stayed high, and we got a 2-on-0 the other way. Lazaro and Kratos. Lazaro, Kratos, not able to tap it in the back door.
Had a wide open net too, just the pass wasn't there for him.
Yeah, we had 1-1 on the books, 2-0 on the books, but neither are able to put it home, so it stays 1-0. It Quinn Anderson.
Sometimes if you're a right-handed shot, that's a little bit easier for you, but it goes across his body a little too far.
Anderson backhands it towards the net. Dobro goes D to D, loses the puck, and it's thrown all the way down for an icing. We've seen a lot of end-to-end action, and just missing on a couple of backdoor opportunities. This one down to our right here.
What's tough, Aaron, is Latocha's your defenseman, and he goes up, and nobody stays back for him. And next thing you know, it's a 2-on-0 the other way, because Latocha, I'm not sure if that got a piece of the pad over here on this side, but I think, yeah, you're right. That went off the far post. The next thing you know, the Express are going the opposite direction.
And I think maybe a month from now, that puck's in the back of the net. You know, this is early in the season, right? So everybody's not quite on the same page.
shake the rust off.
Yep. In December, that puck's probably in the back of the net for the Express. The Chargers now drive the net, thrown out in front from behind the goal. Now Dewey battling 3 red jerseys along the far half wall. Now over to help is Vittori. Wynn finds Vittori. Vittori stick handles through traffic. Wynn takes the shot. It goes over the crossbar. Preston Wynn had some space, Mike. Could have taken another stride or two in between the dots, but fired off the puck.
Another rising shot on a once again, smaller goaltender. So coming out and looking big, but a lot of room upstairs and just not able to capitalize. Really good saves there from Kim.
Here's Tokar A-frames and backhands it in deep. Klukas has it taken away there by Torres. Jackson Torres now one of 4 skaters along the end wall. Botulnov behind the net has it stolen away by Klukas. Klukas up the far wall now. He gets hemmed off there. From his knees, backhands it up to the point, but it's kept in by Dobro. Behind the net, wraparound attempt through the paint, the rebound, score!
Wow.
At 80, is that 86 or 88? I think it's 88. I think it's Quinn Anderson, Mike, on the rebound, who was able to put that one home and give his team a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I think the assist came from 86, Danila Boltunov, but 88, Quinn Anderson getting that one. And Aaron, that pinch off on the half wall that you're talking about, then it looked almost like a set play for the Express that they had a man down low. I don't know if he was just kind of slow getting out of the zone, but the puck didn't get out of the zone, so it actually worked out better for them. No one down low on the wraparound attempt, and it's picked in back door.
2-0 Express with the lead now. A couple of pretty goals, and that will be an offsides, but crashing the net, right? You're looking for those rebounds, looking for those easy tap-home goals, and the Express got one there.
And when you have that wraparound opportunity, the goaltender's got to slide all the way over. So even if you can't put that in, you're looking to put it back to where it came from originally, which has now become the back door. And if you can get some red sweaters crashing there like they did, it's in the back of the net.
Kim leaves it for Gokul. Gokul up around the far wall and out to center ice. Nice tap ahead there. A break in here for the Chargers. Backhanded feed by Kalber looking for Kramer. They don't connect, and now the other way with it is Adamski. Casey Adamski on the backhand. The flip pass gets knocked back to him. Now in the near corner. See 5 skaters down there. The Chargers will win that one. Kept in though at the point. Svigos tries to sling it around and can't, taken away by Kratos. Backhanded towards the goal. Out in front is Lazaro. He's not able to stick handle, and it'll come out to center.
That looked like it was right on Lazaro's stick in the low slot. I'm not sure if he was stick checked or how that didn't go on net.
Kratos tries to throw it deep. It goes off his stick. It's pushed over to space. Nice one-touch pass to Lazaro. That was Kratos who was going for a change, Mike. He saw Lazaro and was able to stop. Kim has to come out and play this one. Yep. Oh. Loses the puck, though, backhanded towards the net. That was Caden Murray, not able to get a bunt, not able to get Munch. No, excuse me, that's 78. That's Harris Runas. Runas behind the net now, gets triple teamed, and it's stolen away, pushed up to the near point. Kept in by Horn.
A little bit of physicality along the wall here, but that puck stays in.
I love some physicality. Murray gets bumped down. Runas into the far corner. He'll go and play it himself. He'll stop, swing back to his forehand. Now on the near far half wall by himself. Goes back to the point. Nice move there by Latocha. Latocha walks in. The shot, the rebound, the puck through the paint, comes out the other side. Backhanded towards the front of the net by Horn. And kept in for the moment. Murray tries to stick handle through traffic, and it's stolen away by Tokar, kept in by Latocha. No, not kept in by Latocha.
Come out just a little bit, but Latocha's had a nice time at that point there. That shot, the release is a sneaky release there, Aaron. I'm surprised one of those hasn't found its way through some bodies and into the back of the net, because I'm pretty sure it finds its way through bodies but finds the pad of Kim every single time.
On the draw is Alex Hamden, number 84 for the Express. Tipped up to center ice. Kicked ahead by Ian Kim. Kim into the offensive zone. No icing, or no offsides rather. 5 skaters, 6 skaters down there now, 3 to a side. And the Chargers will dig the puck out, get out to center ice. Here's Buds. Buds, nice move. Alexander Buds with a pretty move. It's on the forehand. Doesn't get a lot on the shot as he was being hounded by Levi Gokul, but good stick work to get himself into scoring position.
Kim was down, didn't know where that puck was, and it was actually behind the net, and his teammates knew where it was, but he was still down in that butterfly in a wide open cage on the back door.
Good D work there by Mitch Klukas to break up the potential odd man rush into the offensive zone for the Chargers. It's flipped up into the Chargers bench for a whistle and a face-off with just over 5 minutes left to go in period 2.
This game is moving really fast here, Aaron.
Yeah, and we said this in the first period. There haven't been a lot of offside style whistles, and that's usually what clogs these games up, right? When you get, just offsides on both ends. We've had a couple of icings, we've had a penalty, but otherwise it's been just up and down action. Nice feed out in front. Breaking in is Quinn Anderson. Anderson, top of the near dot, fires off the shot, and the save is made by Kapansky.
You had the right idea there. You're coming down that right side wing. You shoot across your body and across the goaltender's body to that far corner if you can hit it. The only thing is there's a big goaltender in front of you, and it's hard to really pinpoint that far corner of the post.
On it now is Adamski behind his net. Backhanded around, there was nobody there. Going back to play it is Aiden Moyer. Moyer throws it around for Quinn Anderson, kept in at the near point by Svigos. Svigos tries to stick handle around Moyer and can't. Mateo Kalber leaves it for Latocha. Latocha loses the puck here to Kratos. Kratos' shot.
Out. I think that hit the side of the net.
And tried to go near post. Kratos down low, centering feed. The backhand tried to tuck it in the near post was Liam Farley. Here's a shot coming out the other side by Farley. Liam Farley, a couple of opportunities, gets it back. He loses it to Svigos. Svigos around into the near corner. Chargers up the boards and not out. Gets it back. Up the glass, kept in there by Lazaro. Over to the far point now, Dobro. Push it along the dasher down deep.
Some really good zone time here for the Express. Really pinching off the boards and clogging up all the lanes that the Chargers are trying to clear this puck from.
We'll try the near side here. It scoots off the stick of Latocha. Centering feed, nobody on the back door. This is Torres now. Torres will cycle behind the net. Paul Svigos up off the wall and out. A little bit of a chance to breathe here for the Chargers as the puck jumps up on edge. Dobro behind his net. Trying to catch the Chargers in a change here. This is Runas. Runas drops it. The shot made by Kulesha goes high. Or that was Murray, 28.
Yeah, it was a full sail change for the Chargers, and they just kind of clogged up the blue line because of that long change we were talking about during this second period, Aaron. And all the Express were ready to go on a quick break, but it stayed in their zone. Almost could have spelled danger for the Express.
Ciesla passes it to himself behind the net. Puck comes out the far side, and it's cleared out by the Express. Gonna have an icing called.
We just saw a huge shift there from the Express in the Charger zone, and I was talking about them clogging up the lanes. A lot of that was when they didn't have the puck, they were moving. They kept their feet moving, but another thing, too, is when they did have the puck, not only were their feet moving, but when they received the puck on their uncomfortable hand, whether that was the forehand or the backhand, depending on how they were faced towards the net, they still found a way to do something with it and pivot on their edges to create space, find a teammate, or find a lane to get that puck on net or just lower into the zone. Got to get pucks deep.
Almost a giveaway there by the Express. They're able to play it behind their net. Dobro up along the near wall, and skating it out is Ian Kim. Kim into the neutral zone. He'll gain the red line and dump. You dropped your roster, Mike.
I got it, don't worry.
In the far corner, Boltunov. Chargers able to center it. Here's Runas. Runas tries to find Dewey on the near side. Dewey backhands it deep. Runas tries to find Ciesla in that near paint in the paint by the near post. Cleared up and out. Dewey with 1:20 left now in the period. He didn't gain the red line, but they're going to say no icing.
Goaltender did come out to play it anyways. So
almost gave it up. The puck comes through the crease. Chargers have it here with 1 minute left in the period. Here's a shot by George that doesn't make it through traffic. Wynn tries to pick up the rebound and can't. George has it again. His shot's knocked down again. And the puck is iced. Express at the end of a shift there. If they had skated that out, Mike, might have been a 2-on-1.
Yeah, they did have numbers, and we've seen a couple of those 2-on-1 opportunities for the Express here, Aaron. They're having a good time pinching off the Chargers on the boards, but of course that physicality along the wall is going to make your legs tired. So you get caught in your zone a little too long, that's going to wear you out. The Chargers trying to go low to high because they're pinched off. So you see these Chargers are behind the net. They have a couple bodies in front and just not able to put it into the back of the net.
Puck is worked out to center ice, now into the defensive zone for the Northwest Chargers. Caleb Horn goes along the far side, finds Wynn, who one-hands it forward. Numbers if you can get your head up. And the Express get back defensively. The puck just got caught up in the snow there a little. Nice stick handle move into the offensive zone. Wynn tries to stop and cut back towards the net. He loses the puck. Now Connor Kratos the other way. Kratos into the neutral zone across the blue line. Kratos cuts it wide. The shot. That rolls up off the body and mask of Anthony Kapansky into the screen with just 5 seconds left. Connor Kratos making something out of nothing there, Mike.
That is a huge save with only 5 seconds left here to go from Anthony Kapansky. That keeps his team within 2 here. Of course, they got to get the offense going. Their defense has done a lot of what I've expressed that the Express are doing, is that they're moving their feet, they're comfortable, they're creating space. Now, if they could just translate that into offense, they will have 1 on the board. They need 2, though.
And Mike, it's our first hockey game of the season, and it's a 2-0 game, so it's my first opportunity to say, what is the most dangerous lead in hockey?
And that is always true.
It's a 2-goal game, and that's where we are after 2 goals by Ryan Lazaro and Quinn Anderson. So we'll be back with the third period here in just a minute. Central State's Game of the Week here on Stream Sports Midwest. Third period about to get underway. The inaugural Central States Developmental Hockey League Game of the Week here on Stream Sports Midwest. He's Mike Napolitano. I'm Aaron Schellen. I hope you're having a terrific Saturday afternoon wherever you are watching this Central States Game of the Week. And it's been a fun one. 2 goals, a lot of action both ways, though. So it's been a fun game to watch here for Game 1 for us, Mike. Not a lot of mucking it up in the neutral zone. We've had a lot of scoring opportunities on both sides.
No doubt, and I expect nothing less in this third period as the Chargers are in search of just a single tally to get on the board here. And you mentioned right before we went to the break there, Aaron, that 2-0 is a tough lead in hockey. We'll see if the Express can build upon that or if the Chargers will strike back.
Samuel Dewey gets it up off the boards and out, and
we are calling offsides.
Yeah, it'll be an offsides. Jackson Torres was bumped into the puck offsides.
Yeah, and 2 players got caught up skates-wise, so I think they were all looking up at the official saying, is that a trip? But no, it was mutual. So
and that's the other thing. It's been a clean game. We've only had only one penalty so far in the game, so you like that too, right? Game 1, you don't see a lot of sticks and skates, and you don't see players getting tripped and hooked because maybe the conditioning isn't there. So, So far 2 clean periods. It's been a fun game. A minute gone by in the third. Kept in at the far point for the moment. Now out with it is Vittori. Chips it to space.
Ooh,
huge hit at center ice, and we are going to have a penalty called on Danila Boltunov there. That's not allowed at this level. And Boltunov, I think he knocked down Alexander Buds, and there's a pretty substantial size difference between the two, and I think that was more what happened there than anything else, but it is a check, and that's not allowed at this level.
Right, I was going to say that was more, the Boltunov standing there and just getting run into, and he just happened to be the bigger of the 2 bodies.
And you can see the coach over there saying they just ran into each other.
Yeah. Still, though, it's an open ice hit at this level. That's a big no-no. So it'll
player
be a
safety.
Play. Yeah.
Always lean on the side of player safety. Always, 100%. I am okay with that. So an opportunity now for the Chargers to get back into it. They're up a skater for a minute 56.
The last time we saw the Chargers have momentum was on a power play. It just kind of lost its oomph at the last few seconds, and so let's see if they can get that back here, or look out, the Express could come the other way.
That was a nice aerial shovel pass by Runas down to our right, but nobody on the back door to tuck it home. Here's George now on the backhand. George deep, below the net. George backhands it to Latocha. Latocha spins, walks up the near wall, drives the net, bad angle shot, and he scores! Caleb Latocha, and a couple minutes into the game, if I had to pick one player for the Chargers to pot one, that would have been my pick. Jacob Latocha came off that near wall, and he buried that, Mike.
We've seen the edge work and the stick handling from him all afternoon. It was only a matter of time, and of course, they did need the power play to do it, to get back into this one. But a power play can really help you, or it could really hurt you, Aaron, and this time it helped them after last time it hurt them. So maybe some tides changing for this Chargers team as they seek to get back into this one.
Most dangerous lead in hockey is that.
Did we jinx it? I don't know.
We may have. Hope not. I don't know. It's been a fun game so far. I wouldn't mind seeing it tied up. I'm not rooting for either side. I just want a fun game, and so far so good.
Yeah, competitive on both sides despite whatever score it's been today. 0-0, 1-0, 2-0, and now 2-1. And we're looking towards getting closer to tied here once again.
Chargers try to walk it forward. Mateo Kalber down low. Throws it towards the net. The puck is sitting by that far post, trying to dig it out in the crease area. Chargers have it and swept over to the far wall by Kalber. Now the Express, they lose it. It's kept in. It comes right back out. Now Klukas behind the net. Kim stick handles, leaves it for Voitis. Voitis, they wanted something.
Yeah, they wanted an offsides call there, but all of the Chargers did leave the zone when the puck did, so no offsides there. But
and now a breakaway the other way. Ryan Lazaro walking in all by himself. Lazaro shoots. Right pad save. Kapansky keeping it 2-1. Another chance, though. Lazaro behind the net. Shoveled forward, kept in at the point, pushed wide. Lazaro backhands it into the paint. Kapansky shovels it into the corner, and the Express try to keep it in. They do. Now Kratos in the corner. Kratos centers it. Back at the point. Gokul gives it. It's given away there. Torres in. The shot, it's patted away. Now Budge tries to clear it out. First attempt, can't. Chargers hemmed in here a little bit. 5 skaters right in front of the Northwest Charger bench digging for the puck. 10.5 left to go.
Gonna have to move it here. There they do.
Yep, it's won by Lazaro. Lazaro, his shot is deflected up in the air, near side. Tokar with it. Little give and go opportunity there. Tokar falls down. Here's a shot by Torres that goes over the crossbar. And now Kalber not able to get it out. Here's a shot that deflects just wide of the far post.
Almost a knuckleball.
Yeah. Up and out. Casey Adamski will have to go back and play it as we're under 10 now. Adamski backhanded pass almost gave that one away. Win at center ice. Tipped up in the air, and the Express will dump it deep. That was Liam Farley. Now it's out to center ice. Express have to wait, and Farley is in offsides, and Farley was about 15 steps, or strides, I guess, in that offensive zone.
Yeah, not sure if Alex Hamden noticed his teammate in his peripheral well offsides, and as you mentioned, he needed to wait, but they didn't, so it'll be a face-off.
Puck up at the near point. Chargers bang it off the boards and out. Vittori tries to dig around to Moyer and can't. Now right by the blue line. Vittori puts the shot towards the goal. Not a bad opportunity from where you are, Mike. The Chargers were having trouble getting that puck down low, so.
And you earn yourself a face-off in the offensive zone that way, too. Now, this Chargers team has struggled a little bit when they're super focused on their offense. Sometimes they're allowing odd man rushes the other way. We just saw the momentum swing back in favor of the Express. Now, hopefully, the Chargers with this offensive zone can find something once more.
This is Voitas. Goes around behind the net. Chargers steal it here. Backhanded towards the goal by Runis, but doesn't get a whole lot on it. Now the Express come the other way. Self-pass Botulnov has it poked away by George. Now Murray gets cut off right in front of the penalty boxes. 8.5 left to go. On it now is Gokul. Gokul through the legs of Anderson. Tipped away, walking in now Lazaro, knocked off his stick, and the other way is Latocha. Latocha falls down at the blue line. He might have been walking in all alone there. George goes off the board, keeps it in, and now Latocha has to go to center ice. This kid is impressive on his skates. He goes near side over to the far side, and he'll dump and they'll chase. The first one on it will be Ciesla. Ciesla in that corner. The puck just stops. Comes out in front. Here's a shot by Runis. I don't know if that got a piece of Josh Kim, but it went wide. Once again, number 20, Ryan Lazaro coming down right to left. Lazaro taking it wide. He'll shoot. Easy right pad save. Deflected into the corner. Puck in the low slot, and it is cleared out by the Chargers.
Couple of really good opportunities for Latocha, like you mentioned, just falling at the blue line there, but he's impressed me with his skating today. I mean, comfortability with the puck is what we've been talking about from this Chargers defense, and mostly, I mean, his...
Oh, what a save made by Anthony Kopansky, and the rebound is finally tucked home by Ryan Lazaro. That initial save by Kopansky on Lazaro was awfully impressive, but Lazaro hung with it. That's his second goal of the game, and it's 3-1 Express.
Lazaro did what he could there, was down and out, and made the initial save, and it's hard to get back up onto your skates after that, especially with so many bodies in the crease there. And the Express build upon their lead back to another 2-goal lead here in this game.
Anthony Kopansky, the goalie for the Chargers, has been impressive. We always see it, though, impressive goalkeeping at this level. You always see really highlight reel saves, and today's been no different.
On both sides, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Both goalies have been very good so far this afternoon. Fought for in the corner. I see 3 red jerseys, 2 blue jerseys.
A couple of hands up high there, but still
sure,
on
that's
their
all right.
sticks.
It's hockey.
Yeah.
It's all right.
A little face wash in the corner.
Aiden Moyer pinches, keeps it in. Now Liam Farley gets hit from behind. He goes down to his knees, gets back up. Torres now walking in. Torres, the shot from a bad angle, and I heard a whistle. Did you hear a whistle?
I thought I did, but
I know the players did because they all stopped.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that might have been right there.
Klukas across the blue line, loses the puck, gets it back though near face-off dot. 6:12 left in the third. Kalber takes it wide. His shot bounces wide, centering feed through the paint. Caleb Horn now on the far side, just throws it in deep. Moyer pushes it back around. Horn finds Kalber. His shot whiffs on it, kept in though at the point. Pushed towards the goal. Kim makes the save. The rebound comes right out in front, and it forces the Express to ice it with 5:43 left.
The Express are on their heels a little bit. They're holding on to this 2-goal lead, but the Chargers feel that clock ticking down here in the late stages of this game, and they realize that they've got to get things going the other way. Latocha has been the driver for both the defense and the offense here, but team effort on that last shift to keep that puck in the zone.
Svigos, the shot from the top of the near circle, is deflected over out on the far wall. Back to the point, Dewey has to retreat, and the Express will push it forward, and it will be another icing. And if you're the Express, you don't want to sit on this 2-goal lead, right? They've been playing a very aggressive offensive style of hockey. You don't want to just start icing it here with 5.5 left to go.
Definitely not. I understand there's maybe some tired legs out there, but you don't want to have another face-off in your defensive zone with ample time on the clock for the Chargers.
Kim sees it all the way, makes the save off the stick of Dewey. Now in that far corner. Chargers come out with it. Here's a shot, the save by Kim onto the stick of Vittori. Slap shot from the point is deflected out of the zone, and now a race for the puck. Svigos wound up. He got all of that slap shot, Mike. Here, it hit those shin pads.
There was a lane there, and it just got closed up as he was taking the shot. And we'll get a whistle for an offsides here as that was thrown in a little too anxiously.
Yeah, Preston Wynn cut from his right back to his left, but Alexander Buds was going north and south, and that almost always ends in an offsides. So we're under 5. Murray will take the draw against Kratos. Murray wins it forward, but the Express will possess. Now George, Easton George, up off the boards. Ciesla. In the corner, Murray pushes Lazaro off the puck. George back down deep. Murray able to steal the puck, has it behind the net, not able to get it from his skates to his stick. And the Express just able to get it out to center ice, and that's cleared back in by Latocha, and that'll be another offsides.
If you're the Chargers, you're not too upset with taking these offsides here. Of course, you don't want to get an intentional offsides, but you're all right with stopping the clock and getting a face-off. If you can't get it in the offensive zone, we saw them win it forward from this same dot the last time. It's
turned and cleared in by Jackson Torres. Latocha behind the net. George right back to Latocha in the far corner. Has it taken off his stick. The shot is in on Kapansky, dropped there, and the Chargers will Get it out to center ice. Now Torres just turns and fires it back towards goal. Latocha will play it in the far corner with 3:40 left. Latocha up through center ice. Gets cut off, pushed down by Alex Hamden, and is Hamden going to go for a trip? That looked pretty stick on puck there.
I thought that was a little incidental.
Yeah, it looked like stick on puck and a little incidental contact afterwards, but it'll go the way of the Chargers, and they'll have their third power play.
Well, it's a power play that this Chargers team desperately needs. Call or no call, that is what has actually been whistled down here by the referees, and it'll be an opportunity for this Chargers team to come within one with only 3.5 on the clock. If you could score early here, Aaron, you're down one. Maybe you get one more late with either the goaltender pulled or just with enough time on the clock to tie things up and quite possibly come back in this one.
And it's been, they're 1 for 3 on the power play, and it's been a very good power play so far. It's been the attacking zone time, and they're very comfortable with the puck and scored pretty easily on that second power play. Draw here taken by Nick Vittori. Puck sitting on the dot, back to Latocha. Latocha winds up, fires the shot wide of the near post. Back to the point, George. Vittori. Stick handles through traffic.
Good stick lift there.
Vittori pushes it wide, and Lazaro now will just turn and push it to the neutral zone. Latocha right back in on the attack. Tries to skate through traffic. The puck is stopped at the top of the far dot.
Forced 2 Express members to run into each other, but Express are able to clear it.
Nicely done by Ryan Lazaro there. Gained the red line before he dumped that one in to avoid the icing. Halfway gone on the power play. Here's Latocha now. He'll cut it back towards the middle. He'll fire the shot, and he roofs it. His second goal of the game makes it a 3-2 game with 2.5 minutes left.
I mentioned Latocha commanding that defense, but also running this Chargers offense. He does it again in a big moment where the Chargers could use a goal, especially on the man advantage. He brings them again within one here in a desperate attempt to try to get level in this game. 2:29 on the clock, and another thing, Aaron, that we've seen, I've mentioned the skating, I've mentioned the stick handling, but most importantly, the puck protection. We saw a couple of stick lifts in order to keep the puck in the offensive zone from this Chargers team, and there we just see them chipping away at opportunities in the offensive zone, and finally something finds the back of the net again.
Mike, our first Bardowski of the year.
That is true, too.
You love a good Bardowski, right?
Yeah, I love to hear the ting of the iron.
Yes.
As that one goes in.
That was a wicked wrist shot by Jacob Latocha from that far face-off circle, but down to 2 minutes now. Given away here in the offensive zone. Chargers got to find a way. They're down by a goal with 1:47 left. Here's Wynn. Wynn gets cut off, dumps it forward. Out to the neutral zone, and a breakaway here for Connor Kratos. Kratos in all alone. Kratos, left shoulder save made by Kapansky, keeping it a 1-goal game.
Phenomenal save by Kapansky. It was a beautiful pass up to Kratos there, but Kratos coming from an awkward angle, tried to get the goalie to move.
Here's a giveaway. Buds tries to elevate the backhand pass. He was looking for Kalber, and that doesn't work. Up ahead now, Kratos. Kratos skates through the defense. Kratos not able to pull the trigger there. Tried to go backhand, maybe one too many moves there.
I just lost the room at the end, I think, too.
Pushed towards the net as we're under a minute. Thrown around the near wall. Kept in there by Adamski. There's a shot and a save made by Kapansky.
Well, if you're 44. The Chargers, you're okay with that because you want to get that clock to stop. You're being pressured in your own zone. Maybe you can get some fresh legs out here. It only looks like the Express are changing up, though. But you're looking to try to get this puck out of your zone. You can't pull your goaltender until you do in a 1-goal game. And, of course, yes, Aaron, as you were kind of motioning over there. This is the perfect time to call a timeout. So smart play by the Chargers there to not call it immediately. Give yourself an extra little breather in addition to the timeout. But I think the Express knew what was coming as well.
Yep, 44.8 seconds left. Been a fun game. First goal of the game, Ryan Lazaro to make it 1-0. Then Quinn Anderson made it 2-0 in the second. Jacob Latocha made it 2-1 on a power play goal early in the third. Lazaro, his second goal of the game, made it 3-1, and then about a minute and a half ago, Latocha with his second goal of the game. It's 3-2. Express with the lead with 44.5 seconds left. Yeah, draw's going to come to our left. It'll be in the Chargers' defensive zone, and you're right, Mike. Chargers have to win the draw and get the puck into the attacking zone as quickly as possible so that you can get Kapansky out of the game and get that sixth skater out there.
Yeah, Kapansky has been rock solid for this Chargers team. If they are able to find something here in the final 44.8 of this game, you got to give it to your goaltender who had kept you in there with a number of saves on breakaways or just some spectacular, tough saves to make. But, yeah, the goal would be to get him to the bench for the extra skater. Try to level this one up.
Are those the same colors as the old Atlanta Thrashers jerseys, the same blue and yellow?
I believe so. Not quite the same patterning, I don't think, but yeah, very similar color scheme for the Chargers.
And the Express going with the Calgary Flames look.
Yeah,
right?
I really dig these Express jerseys as well. We saw
the
the
logo
Zamboni too.
Yeah.
Had the train breaking through the brick wall, so I like the marketing.
Draw is won by nobody. It's in the corner. On it is Lazaro. Lazaro just looking to play keep away, tries to cycle it deep, loses it to Murray. Murray turns and throws it out in front of his net as we're down under 30 seconds now. Chargers up the half wall, not out.
Just try to force this puck to stay 200 feet from your own net or out of the hands of the Chargers, and that's flipped back in offsides.
It's cleared in for offsides, and I see Cade Murray asking for the intentional offsides there, but the draw will come in the neutral zone right in front of us with 17 seconds left. And the Chargers didn't look ready for that draw, and the Express win it, and it's going to be tough for the Chargers to do anything here.
Look out, that puck is cleared. Here could be their last chance.
Ciesla taps it ahead, but it's taken by the Express, and we're down to 3, 2, 1. Torres pins it in the corner, and we'll have a bit of a thing after the whistle, but the Express win here 3-2. And Mike, this was a fun game one for sure. We saw a lot of action up and down the ice on both sides. We saw that high level of goaltending. We saw some impressive, pretty goals, and all in all, I would say a successful game one.
A great way to start the season here, Aaron. So happy to be here with Central States hockey, and we're looking forward to a lot more of this to come throughout the 2025-26 season. And beautiful ice rink here today at Oakton Ice Arena, and look forward to being back and being at a bunch of the other facilities throughout the year.
Next game scheduled for next Saturday afternoon at the Darien Sports Complex. That is a midget 18U major matchup, so look for details there on all the Central States social media accounts. But that's going to do it here from Park Ridge. From my broadcast partner, Mike Napolitano, my name's Aaron Schellen. The Express beat the Chargers 3-2. Have a great rest of your Saturday and a wonderful weekend, everybody.